Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I go by the name of Box Truck Shorty. As y'all already know, I was able to make $1 million with Amazon Relay without ever driving a truck. That's my key to my success, my claim to fame. So today I want to discuss self-employed versus owning your own business and a little bit breakdown about, the difference between the two. Of course, we already know that self-employed is basically you don't work for nobody else. Like say, for example, you don't have a boss, you don't check in, you own your own business, you go to work when you want to go to work, you don't work when you don't want to work. However, owning your own business is similar to self-employed, but of course, it has a little bit more perks and a little bit more free time, and it allows you to live the life that you probably are trying to get from a self-employed person. So the difference also, like for example, when it comes to Amazon Relay, a lot of people, they call them owner operators. They want to get into Amazon Relay and they want to drive their trucks. There's nothing wrong with that. You can make a little bit more money driving your truck than, of course, paying a driver, because now that money you're paying a driver, you keep it in your pocket. So you're kind of like your own employee of your own company, if that makes sense. The only downfall with that is if you don't drive the truck, you don't do the loads, you don't make any money. If you can't go on vacation, well, you can go on vacation, but if you do decide to go on vacation, you're not going to get paid. It's kind of like you working. If you work 5 days, you're only going to get paid for those 5 days. Whereas if you own a business, kind of like what I do and what my system is designed to help people do that don't want to physically drive the truck, you can go on vacation. You can be anywhere you want to. You can be in Hawaii, you can be in Dubai, and still run your business, and your truck can run 7 days a week. So that's the difference between the two that I like. Self-employed, there's nothing wrong with being self-employed. A lot of people start off, as self-employed. Just like with any business you want, you probably want to scale. Like if you're a barber, your dream should be to want to own a barbershop. If you're a good cook at a restaurant, your ideal thinking should be to be able to open up your own business and of course scale. That's how you make money. So the part about owning your own business, it allows you to, like I said, travel. You can run this business from anywhere in the world. That's what my system shows you. Because like, for example, for me, I didn't dream to get into a rig. I didn't dream to drive a truck. I don't have, I like logistics, don't get me wrong. It's an easy way to make money, but that wasn't my passion to be able to drive trucks. So I knew a lot of other people, they wanted the same thing. Who don't want a second additional, stream of income that's passive without physically having to drive the truck? So with that being said, the difference I'll say is, let's say, for example, one of the things that people that do own the truck or own their own business face is like finding a driver. I want to discuss some good qualities of a good driver today, because when you own the business, you're relying on a driver to be able to make that money for you. So your whole business and your whole setup is based off your drivers. It's like being a coach of a team. You got to make sure your team is good if you want to be able to make, some money in logistics or Amazon Relay or anything when it comes to this industry. So finding a good driver, some of the good qualities that I look at is someone that's punctual, someone that's on time, someone that I can reach. I can't stand when I call a driver, especially when I'm interviewing them and they said, hey, I can start now. And then I call them the next day, training's gonna be at 9 o'clock, and they phone ring. Call them at 9:30, I can't reach them. When I reach those type of people, I get rid of them in the beginning. I need somebody, and if you decide to hire, you definitely need somebody that you can pick up the phone and call. You gotta be like a doctor. If I call you, you gotta be able to pick up. You gotta have a good phone. I can't have my kids was playing with my phone. I done heard every excuse under the sun. So like I said, owning a business, because you gotta remember, I never drove a truck, so my whole business is based off a driver. So I always hire somebody that I can reach. Another thing is, I made a couple mistakes when I first started off is I thought hiring somebody that had previous experience was a plus. I had people say, oh, I drove for Amazon before, I did 2 years, or I drove under this company, and then guess what? When they got with my company, they bombed, or they was late, or they wasn't doing, something correctly. There's probably a reason they was driving for another company and now they're not driving for that company. So anybody that starts with me, they definitely got to go through my 2 or my 3-day training, and that's why, I offer services to help you get through that as well. But I don't care if you drove for them for 5 years. When you come to work for me, you have to go through my system and my training, because they'll tell you anything to get the job. Another thing is, I used to think that having prior, box truck experience is a good thing. Like, especially like, oh, this person had 5 years driving over the road, so that means they're, experienced with box truck. That's a good thing far as your insurance goes, but far as Amazon and being able to manage those people is a little bit difficult, because I've noticed that the more experience that somebody have, the harder it is to kind of get them to acclimate, train them to how Amazon works. Because remember, Amazon is completely different from over the road. Over the road, you got a little bit of leadway. If they tell you be there at 6 and you get there at 6:30, it ain't gonna affect your score. You still gonna get good loads. But with Amazon, remember, everything is time, performance based with Amazon. So you have to be on time. So that's the difference also. Another mistake I made as far as hiring a driver was actually hiring a driver that was too far from the facility. Like I had a guy, he stayed across, I don't know, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. We all know traffic in Atlanta is damn near all the time, night and day. So he stayed on the north side. Well, Amazon that I pull out of is on the south side of Atlanta. So he was like an hour away. So guess what? The first couple weeks, it was always, oh man, it was traffic, it was late, X, Y, and Z, or a car flipped over. You can hear all these stories. I don't care to hear those stories. Like I said, when I tell them, don't make your problems my problems. So I made that mistake by hiring somebody too far away. So a key or a gem is definitely hire somebody that's in the area of where the Amazon facility is. I don't hire nobody no more than 30 minutes away from the Amazon facility. So if you in your city, if Amazon is on the north side, you need to be hiring somebody on the north side of Houston or the north side of, wherever you stay at. Don't hire somebody that's too far away. So that's a mistake that I made. I really look for somebody also to have a clean driving record because, your insurance is based off a driving record. So that's something I have to do. I have them pull their own driving record. So when I put them on my insurance or whatever, the insurance won't be as high. I don't do any background checks on them because, as we all kind of know, Amazon don't do a background check when it comes to this because we're not delivering to a house. So with that being said, I don't do a background check. So that's the difference kind of with self-employed versus owner. So self-employed, let's go back to that. You can make good money being self-employed. I got a homeboy, he's self-employed. He owns a truck. He makes good money driving his truck. However, also the downside to that, if you're self-employed and that truck goes down, you're not making money when that truck moves. Like say, for example, I said I have a homeboy, he does Amazon really. His truck has been down for 3 weeks because he's self-employed. He owns his truck. He didn't want to take the rental route, which is nothing wrong with that. But you got to remember, when you're self-employed, you kind of putting all your eggs in one basket, if that makes sense. If one of my trucks don't move at night, because I got 5 trucks, if one of my trucks is not moving, it's not going to hurt me as that person, like the person that has 1 truck and his truck is not moving every night. So he's out of business for 3 weeks because he's self-employed. Me, I own my business. So if one of my trucks is not running, I got 4 more trucks running that night. I ain't gonna miss a beat. And also, again, remember, I can be anywhere in the world. I can put a truck, with my system where it works, you can put a truck anywhere in the United States. Just because I'm in Atlanta don't mean that I have to have all my trucks in Atlanta. I can put a truck in Cali tonight. I can put a truck in New York. I can put a truck in Houston. I can put a truck anywhere because when I came into this logistic business, I came in there with a different mindset. I didn't come in with the mindset of wanting to drive a truck and wanting to give you trucker stories and tell you I was all over the mountains and all of that. I came in with a different aspect. I came in with as a business mindset of starting a business and being able to scale that business and be able to make money, passively. I want to be able to make money while I'm sleeping. Some of y'all already might know I came from, a finance career. I did 16 years with that, and this logistics had allowed me to retire from, my 9 to 5. So I hope, you guys also pick up or get my bundle pack, my services. Like I said, I also give out mentorships. You can click the link below if you're interested in that. Or you can follow me, on Instagram. I'm on all social media platforms as Box Truck Shorty. Or you can go to my website, which is boxtruckshorty.com, and get any more information that you would like regarding this. But like I said, even if you start off self-employed, the name of the game to make money, how I was able to gross over $1 million in 19 months, I did it. I didn't do it by 1 truck. I did it by scaling. I started off with 1 truck, went to 2 trucks, went to 3 trucks, went to 5, went to 8, and scaled my way up. Anytime I want to scale down, I can scale down. Remember I said I had 8 trucks, now I scaled down to 5. This scaling your company is how you're going to make your money. But like I said, the most important part about, owning the business is you have to be able to have drivers that you trust, drivers that you can reach. drivers, you know what I'm saying, if you take care of your drivers will take care of you. And a lot of people always ask me too, well, you know, do I feel afraid that my drivers are going to take my information and run off? Almost all my drivers, believe it or not, maybe like 1 or 2 probably did, but majority of my drivers that started with me, I taught them the game and they went on to start their own company and be their own bosses and have trucks under them to be, you know what I'm saying, they was able to scale their business and be successful. So this is something that you can definitely do. Even if you have a job, you know, you can run your business without actually having to drive the truck. Thank you for tuning in for my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also hit that bell notification. If you found my video, you know, information, or you gain some knowledge, as the way they say nowadays, got some gems from it, please share it with somebody else that's willing to get it, you know, or looking to get into the Amazon relay. Even if you're an owner operator, if you want to start your own business, and like I said, own the business like I did, please share this video with them. And I'll see you at the top from Box Truck Shorty.